Yo, what is going on everybody? Shri Kanase here. So did you guys know that dropshipping is officially changing in 2019, specifically 2020 and onwards? You may be thinking, what does that even mean? How is dropshipping changing? Is it for the good or the bad? Now hold your horses because I'm going to answer all of those questions very soon. But before I even talk about the things in the video, one thing you guys want to understand is there are more and more people coming into dropshipping every single day, period. That is one fact that nobody can deny. And whenever there's a lot of competition or a lot of interest in a specific industry, what happens is that whatever platform that you use for that specific industry, in this case dropshipping via Facebook ads or Google ads mostly, have to adapt some new rules. And that is exactly what has been happening in the past few weeks and the past month. As you guys know, a lot of Facebook ad accounts were getting deactivated and some were even getting permanently banned. And these are accounts which have been running on Facebook ads with thousands of dollars in spend over a couple of years. And the main reason behind this is, again, Facebook's making the rules of its platform more strict. Part of this is because of dropshippers, this ban specifically. You may have faced this ban or someone you know may have faced this ban. But if you haven't faced such a ban yet with Facebook ads, you should always be cautious because those are gonna be more and more common just because of the competition and just because of the changing rules. But because of that, we always have to adapt to these changes. I know it's hard. Even I hate adapting to new changes, but it's something we have to do if we want to stay on top of the game and still continue to dropship profitably. But if this is the first time you're watching one of my Shopify videos, pause this video for just 2 seconds and smash that like button first of all, and then smash that subscribe button as well. I'm posting 3 videos per week and those are just full of content for you guys. But without wasting any more time, let's just jump right into it. So how is dropshipping changing in 2020? Let's start off by talking about one of the biggest changes that is currently starting to happen, and this change specifically started happening in mid 2019, but it's going to be a more prominent change in 2020 and onwards, and that is there's going to be just no more competition for the 7 to 15 days shipping times if you're using a dropshipping Chinese agent, or the normal 12 to 22 business days AliExpress e-packet times. And that's because the one-day shipping has become the new norm specifically for the shoppers in the United States. And what I want to do is I want to go over to a specific article by fortune.com, and this article is directly related to the shipping time. So the title is, "It's not just Amazon. Free one-day delivery is the new normal." Now, you may be thinking, what do they even mean by this? Does this mean dropshipping is officially dead? And the answer to that question is no. But there are some changes that you will have to make, which I'll be talking about towards the end of the video. But to notify you exactly of what the one-day shipping time is, basically in order to compete with Amazon, other retail stores like Walmart and Target are starting to offer one-day free shipping. If we look at what Walmart quoted on April 26th of 2019, they said one-day free shipping without a membership fee. Now that would be groundbreaking. Stay tuned. So as you can see, Walmart is trying to compete with Amazon, and best part of all, they're doing this without a membership fee. For those of you that use Amazon, you have to have Amazon Prime in order to get the free one-day shipping or 2-day shipping times. As you can see, to keep up with Amazon, the company has started to offer something absolutely crazy, and that's one-day shipping. Along with this article mentions that also Target has also started doing this. And if we actually scroll through the specific article, we can see that Target already offers this benefit for orders of at least $35, which are placed by 7 p.m. on a weekday. So these are two of the biggest retail stores, along with Amazon, which is an online store only, which have started offering the one-day shipping. Now, what does this mean for you as a dropshipper exactly? Well, first of all, of course, dropshipping is going to become harder because of this change. But no, this does not mean dropshipping is officially dead. In fact, that's far from the truth. But there are some things that you will have to change. The second thing that is changing specifically related to dropshipping is AliExpress now charges taxes on most of the states in the United States. And because of this, there's an increased cost of the goods, which means a lower profit margin for you. Now, you may be thinking AliExpress always charged taxes previously as well, but what I've been personally noticing is that AliExpress has actually started charging for taxes for a lot of the more states, which previously I don't even remember paying taxes for, especially on AliExpress. So again, this just increased our cost of goods per product. And that means if our prices stay the same as they were previously when there was no tax, or at least no tax for every single state, our profit has just decreased. And this means you can spend less on advertising, and that means you can gain less customers. So this is overall a big problem for us as dropshippers. Again, I'm going to be talking about the solution very soon in the second portion of the video. But third and final change that has happened with dropshipping in 2019 and 2020 onwards is Facebook ads competition. Now you may be thinking that this is nothing new, but trust me, in the past few months there have been a lot more fluctuations with Facebook ads, specifically with the change in the interface of the platform and also the introduction to CBOs. What has basically started to happen is there has become an abundance of dropshippers, especially AliExpress dropshippers. Whenever there is an abundance of something, the other side of the equation starts to drop. So when one side of the equation goes up, the other has to come down. That's the natural law of the world. So because there's an abundance of dropshippers, customers are starting to spend less and less money on these dropshipping websites for a variety of reasons, mainly because of the slow shipping times and also the horrible customer service a lot of dropshippers do, and also because of the one-day shipping that these big retail stores are starting to offer. In fact, people don't mind paying more if it's going to arrive to them today or tomorrow. And that's exactly where our world has headed. People want instant gratification nowadays. That means they want the product and they want it right now. So people are just not willing to wait anymore. And all of these are just problems for dropshippers. But of course, with every problem there comes a solution. So it is not the end of the world for you. It does not mean you have to go back to your 9-to-5 job or you have to find another business. But there are some things that you will have to do. And the first thing is you want to stop mimicking dropshippers and start mimicking real brands. Now, what do I mean by this exactly? Well, in a lot of my previous videos, if you guys have been following me for a while, and again, if you haven't already, be sure to smash that subscribe button. But I always used to recommend that you mimic other dropshipping websites, specifically those that after you spy are the ones that are getting a lot of traffic per month. And you could use devices such as similarweb.com or alexa.com to figure out how much traffic a website is getting. But nowadays in 2019 onwards, in 2020 specifically, what I'm starting to recommend is that you focus more on mimicking real brands. Forget the dropshippers, don't even mimic them. Mimic the real brands. And 3 brands that are doing really well are lensball.com, fashionnova.com, and bedjet.com. Fashion Nova used to be a dropshipping store which has kind of transitioned into a real brand now. All of these 3 websites are actually real brands which you can get ideas from and mimic your whole website around. And the main reason why we're doing that is because, as I mentioned earlier, there's an abundance of dropshippers, and what dropshippers do, most of them at least, is they follow a specific template laid out by some YouTube so-called guru. And when every single dropshipper copies that exact template, there becomes an abundance of those kinds of websites. And if a person has a bad experience with one of those websites, if they go onto another dropshipping website and it is very similar to their first experienced website, they're just not going to even trust you from the beginning, and they'll just end up exiting. That's why the industry average specifically for e-commerce stores is around 2%. So instead, what you want to do is you want to mimic these big brands, and these big brands have a much higher conversion rate above a 2%. So let's actually go to one of these big branded websites. Let's go to lensball.com and see exactly how they have laid everything out. Lensball has actually done a really good job of branding their entire store. This used to be a one product store, but after this specific product started selling really well, they turned it into a real brand. So as you can see, only one product still, but they've started selling some more additions like the stand or the bag or the Lensball itself. But as you can see, everything is about the brand. This is how you qualify a real brand. Clearly, it's not just some random dropshipping store where the owner actually just copied some template from YouTube. This looks like a real brand, and it feels like a real brand. If we go onto their product page, we can see that they actually offer 2-day standard shipping to the USA and Europe. Now, I'm going to be talking about shipping times as well very soon as one of the solutions, but as you can see, everything is really laid out. It's very professional, and there's some kind of unity in the website itself. If we look at this on a mobile device view, we can see that overall, even on a mobile device, this looks very professional. This is exactly what you see when you land on the specific product page. If you scroll down, we can see the description, add to cart button, and all of the specific additions to the description. As you can see, there are a few steps to this specific product, but everything is very neat, professional, and the best part of all, it's very simple. One thing a lot of people believe is that you need to do some big fancy stuff, some big fancy color schemes, or some big fancy text to really make a killing with Shopify, and that is far from the truth. Look at this website. This website does literally thousands of dollars each day, and it is very simple. I mean, there's nothing too different about this website than maybe your website. The only difference is that they only sell product in a specific niche, and this is a very branded look overall. If we go to their add to cart page, we can see that it's just the cart drawer and nothing too. So as you guys can see, very simple and very professional, yet very direct and straightforward. Along with that, something else you want to focus on is the shipping times. As you saw, Lensball was offering very fast shipping, but what should you do if you're just new to dropshipping, or you're kind of an intermediate or even an expert and don't want to transition from dropshipping into actually holding stock? There are several options for you. The first one is go on Google, type in your specific product name or niche name, and after that type in US suppliers. You'll find a lot of US suppliers via Google that actually will dropship for you from the US. And one thing I want to tell you guys about this is not easy to find. Often these US suppliers are hidden deep within the searches. So it'll take some research from your end to find these US dropshipping suppliers. But trust me, once you find these US dropshipping suppliers for your specific product, your business is going to be taken to the next level. Yes, it'll cost a little bit more to get the product, but if you have happy customers and if you do a good job of branding like these three websites, you'll be able to charge more for those products. And when you charge more, you'll have the same exact profit margin as you would with AliExpress. The only difference is you offer faster shipping. That means more return customers and more happy customers. In addition, what you can do is you can start using more of the US warehouses if you actually want to send your winning product to a US warehouse and have them ship for you, or you can use those Chinese fulfillment agents who offer 7 to 15 day shipping times to do it for you. Again, the Chinese agents are kind of the last resort. The first and the second options I recommend are the US supplier, dropshipping suppliers to be exact, and the second option is the US warehouse, where you just ship your winner to the US warehouse and they take care of everything for you. An alternative for you is to use AliExpress to test your products and use the US suppliers or the US dropshipping suppliers to scale your products. Again, it won't be a walk in the park to find these US dropshipping suppliers. Often you'll have to go deep into the web searches to find them. But once you find them, trust me, all of your hard work is going to be paid off in multiple folds over the days and months, because this is exactly where dropshipping is headed. Dropshipping is headed towards these US dropshipping websites. Start thinking long term and stop thinking quick money. If you want quick money, sure, go ahead with AliExpress dropshipping. Don't think beyond that. But what's going to happen is sooner or later, you're going to have to kind of transition into these US dropshipping suppliers or these US warehouses, because people are just going to stop buying from your website if the shipping time takes too long, period. And I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to warn you of the future. This is where our future is headed. So, I mean, why not just start from the beginning with these US dropshippers? It'll be a little bit more work, but it'll be worth it in the end. And something else you also want to focus on along with this is you want to start looking at specific more niche related websites so that you can focus more on branding. I just attended a Gary Vee conference today where he just mentions branding over and over and over again. And I also believe that branding is one of the best ways to start charging people more money for the same exact products and make more profits. I mean, who doesn't want to make more profits? Isn't that why you started e-commerce in the first place, so that you can make more profit, not just look at the sales dashboard? Along with increasing your profits, what branding does is it helps you stand out of the crowd. Again, this goes back to the abundance of dropshippers. After watching this video, a lot of people are going to start aiming towards finding those US dropshipping suppliers as well, so that they can too dropship from the US. But what that's going to create is it's going to create an abundance of US dropshipping websites. So branding is the only way you can actually stand out of these other competitors and make your website stand out of the crowd and make more money long term. In addition to that, branding helps you when you decide to sell your website, and that's called an exit strategy. I was recently evaluating one of my main niche stores to see exactly how much it would sell for currently today if I wanted to sell it, and the price came out about $150,000 to about $200,000 maximum. And that's only because I branded that specific dropshipping store. I made sure that all of my winning products get shipped out with my store's specific custom packaging along with its logo on it. If this was just a general store where I didn't take care of the branding, I would barely have been able to sell this store for $15,000. So as you can see, branding increases everything related to your website by 10 times to 100 times. And that is why I really recommend that you start focusing more on branding. But along with that, one thing you want to also make use of is start going into these untapped marketing channels. To name a few, there's TikTok, LinkedIn, Quora, and using WhatsApp placement via Facebook ads. These four are currently most of the untapped markets out there, which you can actually use to scale your store to 6 figures and beyond. Think of these four as what Facebook ads was back in 2015 and 2016. I mean, these are literally marketing platforms which are basically open for you to just go in and grab those sales. So why not go in, put a little bit of time. I know it will require some time. Invest some time and money into this and you will really reap the benefits in the long run. But this is exactly how dropshipping is changing, specifically at the end of 2019 and onwards in 2020. If you found any type of value in this video, do one thing, smash that like button down below and also subscribe while you're at it, and I'll see you guys next time.